welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be looking at what we're calling uber luxury lipsticks. Now, there are a number of lipsticks that I love that I do consider luxury or high-end. Chanel and DIOR and Yves Saint Laurent, Chantecaille, there's numerous ones. But the ones that we're going to talk about today are ones that don't get as much attention. Some of them are actually favorites of mine that I absolutely love. Others are a bit of a disappointment. But these are lipsticks that cost, well, it gets a little confusing because a lot of these lipsticks have like cases that go into them, so that there are refills, and then the cases, if you wanted to buy them by themselves without a case, they are a little cheaper. But in general, we're talking like the $60 range and above for one lipstick, and sometimes way above. So if you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. So today we're really going to focus on some, I would say, uber luxury types of lipstick. And I consider these sort of uber luxury a lot due to the packaging that these are in. So the price point isn't really necessarily dependent on the packaging, although that has something to do with it. But it's also the name attached, the formula, those types of things. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to talk about some of these products are refillable products. So there's a refill that's much cheaper than the case. And if you wanted to just buy the lipstick, you could, and then the case would come separately. So, you know, the price point may vary depending on whether we're talking about the refill or the case, but I'll give you that breakdown as we move through. So the cheapest, we'll start with the cheapest overall cost. Like, you know, the refills might be cheaper, but this is the overall cost. And these are the Kilian lipsticks. And when I say that they are the cheapest, they are $55. And you can buy them at Saks. You can buy them on the Kilian site. And if Kilian sounds familiar to you and you're a perfume lover, that's why. These are the by Kilian line of lipsticks. And they have reds, plums, I think, or pinks, I can't remember, roses, and then they have the nudes collection. The nudes collection, I know is not gonna be a shock to any of you, is my favorite. I have all 4 shades, which are not easy to get, let me tell you. Desert Rose, Nude Goddess, the names, Kiss from a Rose, and Nude in Bed. So those are the 4 shades. I also have Intoxicating Rouge, which is a beautiful shade. I will swatch these guys for you. I'm not gonna put them on my lips. I'm just not up for that today, but I will at least show you the shades. And the Kilian lipsticks, as you saw from the case, and I'll show it to you again, they are very intricate designs. They are beautiful. They are like the travel cases that the perfumes come in, similar kind of look. They also have one that's just pure red. It's for Intoxicating Rouge, but it's in a red case. It was a limited edition. You can still find it, I believe, at some Saks and maybe the Kilian site. So the thing about these lipsticks that make them special is that they smell, the scent for them is Love Don't Be Shy. If you don't want fragrance, these are not the lipsticks for you, but the fragrance for me is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I love Love Don't Be Shy. It's I think it's gorgeous. So I love the fact that they smell like that. So this is one of my favorite lipstick lines. So I'm gonna show you the shades in the nudes, and I'll show you Intoxicating Rouge as well, just so you can see it. So this is Desert Rose. I will tell you, these shades are not easy to get in the nudes. If you're interested in them, I will put down below if there are links, but they're practically, they're really hard to find. They were a limited edition, and I'm still trying to figure out if they're coming out with more or that was it. I'm like, guys, you gotta tell me. So anyway, we'll see. And it's possible that I might have one of these in my 5,000 person giveaway, just so you know. Nude in Bed. The shades are beautiful. The formula is gorgeous. Super creamy, super smooth. Great for, in my opinion, more mature lips because they're like really creamy and luxurious. This one is Kiss from a Rose. Yeah, Kiss from a Rose. They feel great on, and they give you a lot of opacity really easily. They're just stunning, stunning. And I can smell the Love Don't Be Shy from here. I mean, oh, I love that scent. If you haven't smelled it, it's basically marshmallows and vanilla. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of my favorites. And then this is Intoxicating Rouge, which is a beautiful red. They have a bunch of really gorgeous red shades. Like really beautiful reds. I don't really wear red very often, but they have beautiful shades of red. So I love these lipsticks. If you're looking for something that, you know, looks stunning on a vanity, or you just want to carry it around and show people, or you happen to love Don't Be Shy and you love that fragrance, and you're looking for a good lipstick, these are amazing lipsticks. Like I said, super creamy. Like if you see, I can just like blend them on my face. Like just, they're beautiful. They go on beautifully. They have great staying power. They don't settle into lines. I really can't say anything bad. There's just not a lot of shades, and they're not available in a lot of places. Like I said, Saks and by Kilian's, that's the only place I've ever seen them. Next, I'm going to talk about a brand that I think I've talked about enough, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but it's Hermes. So this is an Hermes lipstick. They're $67. They are refillable. You basically pop this out, goes back in. If you like the case, if you like the colors on the case, you could, you know, switch them up. Refills, I forget exactly how much they are. I'll put it down below. But you know, they're very pretty packaging. They're simple, but they're luxurious. They come in the Hermes boxes with the little bag. I mean, they're done really well. And if you're paying for that experience, there's nothing wrong with that. They're really, really pretty. And I'm not going to swatch all these shades for you because I have like 20 Hermes lipsticks or something. I have done videos with them before. If I can link them above, I will. This shade is one of their newer shades. This is Beige a Bluey, and I actually do like the shade. It's one of my favorite shades by Hermes because it's got a little bit more of that pinky beige shade to it. Most of the other shades that they had more of an orange or more of a pink. Not really my thing. What I will tell you is the satins are really, really nice. They stay on. This satin is my favorite satin because I feel like somehow the formula has changed a little bit from the previous satins. I have no evidence of that. But the previous satins that I had, and I have a lot of different shades, they felt sometimes a little patchy. They were okay, but they weren't great. But this one is amazing, and I really, really like this one. It could just be maybe I just love the shade so much, I don't know. But it does feel slightly different to me. The mattes are really good and really comfortable. I think they're good. I just think, you know, they're $67 or $70 depending on, like, you know, tax and all that stuff. And I don't think they're great, mostly because I don't particularly love their shades. But if you love their shades and you love the packaging, because the packaging is, you know, it's Hermes, it's well done, I would say absolutely pick them up. The formula is very good. What I would say though is that the new lip perfectors, in my opinion, aren't worth it. They are lip balm. And just me, this is me, you know, my opinion. I don't think, I'm not paying $70 for lip balm. But again, the cases are beautiful. So I now have cases that I can refill with lipsticks in the future. Next, and like I said, I'm kind of going in like cost here up. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I would say would be the Jimmy Choo lipsticks. Actually, they're a little cheaper than Hermes. I should have brought them up before, but that's fine. The Jimmy Choo lipsticks are $65, and they come in this stiletto looking case. Come out like that. There's a ball in the end, and there's the lipstick. The lipstick has like a I don't know, like animal crosshatch. I don't know what that is, like snake print? I guess snake print, yeah, on the lipstick itself. I don't love the Jimmy Choo lipsticks, to be honest with you. This one, let's see, which is the shade? This is Darling Pink. And this is what I get into when we get into like these types of lipsticks. Is it a good lipstick? Yes. I think it's creamy. It goes on well. I think it's, you know, it's nice. But to me, is it any better than a cheaper lipstick? No. So I think it's good. But I think for what it is, I'm like, okay, you know, $65. I don't love this packaging. I understand it's a Jimmy Choo, it's a shoe, you know, it's supposed to look like a heel. I get it. But to me, carrying this in my purse is annoying. So that part of it kind of fails for me. The other shade that I have is a Burgundy Charm. Again, same, you know. And this shade is actually just not like a shade I wear, to be honest with you. I picked these up online, so it's hard for me to tell. Maybe I would like them more if the shades were really like my kind of shades. That's possible. Because, like I said, they are creamy. They do feel good. They don't, you know, they do kind of though like get in the lines, you know what I mean? Like on the edges of your lips after a while. But they are creamy and they do offer a lot of coverage. So I would say they're fine. I don't find them so much better though than other lipsticks. But what I really don't, for me personally, I just find the packaging to be, it's not something I want to carry around. Next is also a perfume house like Kilian. This is Serge Lutens, and Serge Lutens is actually one of my favorite perfume houses. I love their scents. I think they have some really unique things. Their lipsticks though are something that like no one ever talks about, and I actually only have one. And the shade I have is shade number 7, and they're interesting because they're really tiny, like tiny. And they're $75. Now, the lipstick is basically the same amount of lipstick that you would get in a normal bullet, but it's just a really tiny lipstick case. I don't know why they do that. It actually has worked out well for me on travel, believe it or not, because it is tiny. And they are refillable, and the refills are $60. The case doesn't cost you much for obvious reasons. But the shade 7 is actually a very pretty, like intense red shade. Like I said, I don't wear red very often, but it is a really beautiful shade. What I would say about their lipsticks is they are incredibly moisturizing. They have some sort of like, I don't know, skincare or something. They have ingredients in here. They do have a scent. I'll mention about the scents on the other one. They do have a slight scent because it's Serge Lutens. But I really do like the formula. It's just, they don't have a ton of shades. They're really hard to find. And they just have this unusual short little case, which I just find kind of interesting. $75 and the refill is $60. Like I said, there is a slight scent to them. I'm not exactly sure what that is. The Kilians I mentioned have the Love Don't Be Shy scent, which I love. Jimmy Choo's don't seem to have a scent. And the Hermes, they do, but it's very light. I don't, it's not at all, you know, it's not a scent that you would really notice. Next is the Louboutins. Now the Louboutins are very much like the Jimmy Choo's, where they have this bizarre case. Now I get it, again, it's like a shoe heel. And they have different designs depending on the type, like whether you get a sheer or a gloss or a lipstick. And they come, like there's a little ring at the top. You can see that, that comes on like a silk string so you can like wear it. I'm not wearing this, it's just odd. So anyway, and they are $90 for the lipsticks, and the shades are on the back. If you look at it, it says this one is 217. 217? 217. These are very pretty. This is like this one's kind of like a glossy shade. I think that they're nice. This one is $7.20. This one actually, I'll show you in a minute, is one of my favorite shades. I actually really like this shade in $7.20. It's like a browny orangey. It's really pretty. I actually do like this shade, and wear this one more than the others. Like the others, I don't really love. I think the S was for sheer. And then this shade is, which one's this one? 610. Yeah, this is 610. This is a shade, it's more like a peach. They're all pretty. Like, so this one was a sheer, this is a satin, this is a satin. So what I would say about the Louboutin shades is that the 720, like I said, is one of my favorite shades. I love that one for fall. I think it's a really, really pretty browny, what's the word? It's like almost like nutmeg. It's really pretty and I do really like it. But these are $90. 90. So basically they're $100. And for $100, they better be phenomenal. They are not refillable. And again, not as bad as the Jimmy Choo, because these are actually bigger, but I don't want to put this in my purse. This just feels awkward. Now I get it, if you're just leaving it on your vanity, it looks really pretty, or if for some reason you're wearing it around your neck. I don't know why you're doing that, but okay. Or whatever, hanging it somewhere. I guess I get it, but if I'm paying $90 to leave it on my vanity, that just seems odd. So I have no problem with the formula. The sheer is actually a pretty sheer. Like I said, 720 is one of my favorite shades. Really, like I love that shade and I do wear it all the time in the fall and winter. And the formula is really nice. But it's basically $100 and I don't get this. I understand what he's trying to do. I understand that he's trying to be different and unique and like, but I don't think it's practical. And I'm a practical person. Maybe that's my problem. So now the last three have like discernible cases and lipsticks. So there are refills that you can buy, there are cases that you can buy. They are very separate and you can choose whatever lipstick you want and put in whatever case you like. So we're gonna start with, quote, the cheapest one first. And that would be La Bouche Rouge. Now, La Bouche Rouge, the refills come in cartons that look like this. This is not the La Bouche Rouge one, but it looks just like this. They're just, basically cardboard. And then you buy a case to put it in. Now, the cases are either vegan leather or they are what they call remnant leather. So they're used leather for, other projects, whether it's a wallet or a purse or whatever, and they take the remnants and they make these cases. They are completely refillable. You basically get the shade and then you put it into whatever case you want. I have a couple of different shades. I have shades and cases. I have a black one, I have a tan one, I have a red one, and I have a light blue one. I think they are beautiful cases. They're, regular lipstick size, so I can carry them around in my purse, which I really enjoy. And I feel like they are a beautiful formula. They are clean beauty. So if that's something that you're interested in, the La Bouche Rouge line is clean. Also, they have highlighters and bronzers and other products, eyeshadows. I did a video on those as well, and I will, I'll put that link up there. And I showed all the shades of lipsticks in that video so you guys could see it. But for the purposes today, I'll show you the ones that I have in the cases. So the first one is nude pink. Not a shock that I have a lot of the nude shades, but nude pink is exactly what it sounds like, a nude pink. Next shade is chestnut. I love chestnut. Just love the shade chestnut. These are all satins. I would tell you that they do tend to go bad a little faster, I think, than some other lipsticks because they are clean. This is nude brown. So the ingredients, they don't last, but they're clean ingredients. They feel great on the lips. They are really moisturizing. These are great for people who have dry skin, more mature skin. I would highly recommend them. I used to buy them at Barney's. They're a little harder to get now. So this is Nude Red. This is actually one of my favorite reds because it's not really red. It has like a burnt umber kind of shade, and I love it. But like I said, these are a little harder to get. You can get them on Net-a-Porter, and you can get them on the Bouche Rouge site, obviously. But like I said, I used to get them at Barney's, so they're a little more difficult to pick up. The refills are $45, and you saw what the refills look like. They're basically in this just little, you know, and you can twist them up and down by itself, but you're probably gonna wanna get a case, and the cases are $80. So together it's $125 for one of these. Again, clean beauty, beautiful on the lips. Honestly, they're really one of my favorite formulas. And I think it's too bad they don't get a lot more attention, but I love their lipsticks. Okay. Next is Bond No. 9. Bond No. 9 is actually my favorite lipstick formula. People always laugh when I tell them that because like practically no one has ever heard of it. Bond No. 9 is, again, a perfume house. They are, I believe, a New York company. Their perfumes have like all the New York locations like Soho, Nolita, Manhattan, and they have like bottles. You've seen the bottles. They look, what's the word? I'm like a star almost. I'll put a picture above. I have like three different fragrances from them. I really like their line. I think they have really unique fragrances, but they also have lipsticks and lipstick cases. And the lipstick cases look like this, and then there's a New York subway token, and you pull like this, and the lipstick comes out. Now, these are refillable. I'll show you what the refills look like. And they have a bunch of different shades. They have a nude collection, a pink collection, a red collection, etc. And you can also find these at Saks and Bond No. 9. I think those are the only two places. I absolutely love the formula of the Bond No. 9 lipsticks. They last forever. They're beautiful. They're comfortable. I stand behind these 1,000,000%. Like I absolutely love them. And the shade that's in here, you can see I've used up like a lot of it, is one of my favorites. And this is Highline. It won't work for everybody because it kind of has like a beigey undertone, but you know, I absolutely love it. So anyway, that's what the refills look like. Now the cases, Saks does have, and Bond No. 9 does have special cases. They have one that's all Swarovski crystals in red, and they had one that was in white as well, crystals. I didn't pick either one of them up. They are $400. And although I do love them, I was like, I'm not gonna get a $400 case just because it's got crystals all over it. The regular case, if you get the case and a lipstick refill, it's $130 for the case and the lipstick refill. The refill by itself is $45. So let me show you Highline. Like I said, Highline. This is like one of my like tried and like I've worn the heck out of the shade. It's perfect for me. It's that perfect pinky brown. It does definitely have a beige undertone to it, but it's just perfect. And I like the suction sound that it makes when it closes. I have carried this with me in my purse. It's pretty indestructible. Yeah, it's got dings and stuff on it, but you know, I love that. I love the way it looks. I love the way they feel. I'm a huge, huge fan. I do have some other shades that I will show you. And like I said, they come in these cardboard, like the Bouche Rouge. This one is Central Park. Central Park is a little bit deeper. Very pretty, but like a deeper shade. And you can, you know, you could buy just the refills. I mean, you'll have to twist it up yourself, but you can keep them in these little, you know, cardboard cases if you want to. Then we have Madison Square Park. Make sure, yep, Madison Square Park. The shade name is on the bottom of the refill, so you can always tell what you have. That's a beautiful shade as well. Again, these are pinky nudes. It's the kind of shades that I like. But I mean, especially when I was traveling for work, these were, so perfect. And then this is Greenwich Village. And those are the shades. Highline, like I said, is the pinkiest, but it's got kind of a beige. I really love that, and I wear it a lot. Greenwich is also really pretty. And then Central Park and Madison Square Park. Central Park is deeper. Madison Square Park is like more of a brown compared to the Highline. They are trickier to find. I've only seen them at Saks and Bond Number 9. Stores that might carry Bond Number 9. I feel like maybe Cosbar did, but I'm not sure about that anymore. I'm gonna put on the Highline as we talk because I want you to see what I mean by this shade being kind of like a beigey pink. I wore this shade with like the chocolate Sicily liner. I can't tell you like to how many meetings and to how many like sessions. It's a perfect shade for me. Like I said, the coverage is just really good. Really creamy but opaque, but not drying, doesn't settle into lines. It's a great formula. I know it's difficult to judge online. You can see the shades that I showed you. You can see Highline on me. If you can go into a Saks and they have it, I really would encourage you to try it out because they're beautiful lipsticks. And they have other shades than the nude shades. They have red shades and pink shades, etc. So, you should check them out. They really are good. Okay, last but not least is House of Sillage. And the reason House of Sillage is the most expensive is because of the cases. Technically, Bond Number 9 has cases, like I mentioned, that are $400, but the basic case is $130 with a refill. So it's expensive, but it's still under the $200 mark. House of Sillage, the cases are basically $200. The cases are stunning. They are bow ties with Swarovski crystals, and they come in different shades. I have a light blue one. I have a white and black checkerboard one. I have a cobalt blue, which I do admit is probably my favorite shade. And then I have one that was done for the Wonder Woman release, 1984. I have the perfume as well, and I did a video on that quite some time ago. So they are the cases, and there's tons of different cases you can buy. Different shades, different designs. They do, special editions. There was a Disney one recently, which I did not pick up, but I know you've seen a lot of that on the internet. The lipsticks in general were not my favorites. And the reason that is because, again, like the shades. It was similar to the issues that I've had with Hermes. I like Hermes, but the shades have never really been, I've never been like, oh, that's like the perfect shade or shade range. Compared to like Bond Number 9, where I love the shades, or Kilian's, where I love the shades. House of Sillage, they are all more pink, and I was just like, don't love that. So recently, though, they came out with a nude collection. So let me show you how these work. The cases are like this, and then the lipstick comes like this. So it's a thinner lipstick, and you basically just, pull it up like that and put it into case, and it's done. These have like diamond particles in them, and they're actually very pretty on. It was just there weren't a lot of shades that I really liked. The other thing that I don't love about the House of Sillage is that there is on the older ones, they didn't have a name on the side of the refill, so I was like, I don't know what it is. That, you're like, okay. So that became a problem. So let me show you the ones that I do have. This is Royal Seduction. I'm running out of like arm space here because I'm gonna have to wash my arm. It's a very red shade, but it actually is a very pretty red. And like I said, you can put any of these in different cases. Like, that's the thing. You can pick whatever shade you want and then just put it in a different, case. The Wonder Woman one came with the Wonder Woman shade, which I'll show you, but it's still refillable, so you can put something else in it. And that's the Wonder Woman red, which is more of a pinky red, not as warm as the Royal Seduction. Then we have in the Cobalt, what shade do I have in here? I have Rosewood, which I do think is very, very pretty. So these shades tended to go more like I said, more pink on me. So I wasn't like, you know, a huge fan, because I was always like, they would go like super pink. So I was like, meh. This one is Emperor, the one that's in the checkered case, which I do like that shade. But in general, the shades like weren't my favorites because they were like more pinky. You can see like the Emperor one's nice, but I mean, they weren't like really my shades. The nude shades that came out recently, I do have a couple of them. And let me show you what those are. And they come in these silver cases, and you can't like twist them up, but you can pull them out and twist them up. So if you wanted to do it that way. We'll go over these. All right, so the refills are $35. Like I said, the cases are $200 and up depending on what you get. All right, so this is Golden Hour. This is Tender Rose, which is a pretty shade. This is Peachfully Speaking. I do like the names. And this one is the Bombshell. So I would tell you that if you're interested in the House of Sillage, the cases are beautiful. They really are stunning. The lipsticks are very nice. They are, I think there's like the diamond dust or something like that that's in them. So they are very shiny, and they do look like, you know, like there's like a high shine lipstick on your lips. I do really like them. But they are, I mean, the refills are reasonable. They're $35, but you're gonna want a case, which is like really the reason you're gonna buy the House of Sillage is for the case. And the cases are $200 and up depending on what they are. So it's a very big investment. I would not say that the lipsticks are worth $200. The lipsticks are nice. They're really pretty. They are a high shine lipstick. I think the shades are actually like, these are the nude shades. I like these more than the more, you know, like intense shades. But again, I like the lipsticks. I think the formula is actually very pretty, and I actually think the formula is good. Is it $200 and some odd dollars good? No, but it's a really good lipstick if you're interested in getting the lipstick cases, because the lipstick cases are kind of like, you know, it's kind of like jewelry. You know, you're buying it for the case, and then the lipstick is really good. So the lipstick formula and the lipstick in my mind is almost secondary to the case. That's just my take on it. I do, like I said, I have a bunch of shades. I like the lipstick. I think the lipsticks are good. I think they do look really shiny and actually work pretty well for mature lips, because, you know, they're more moisturizing and they have that kind of shine, which I like. I don't like a really matte lip because I'm so dry. But I have to be honest, I bought the cases before I was ever really into what the lipstick formula was really like. So, you know, I just want to be honest about it. Whereas the Bond number 9, the case is really cool and I like the case. But the lipstick, I would buy that lipstick if it was in a little plastic, you know, turn up container, right? Bullet. I just think the formula is phenomenal. The Kilian formula, I also think is phenomenal. That one, it's really the scent. I just love the scent so much. And the lipsticks are really good. So, you know, the Bouche Rouge, I think the formula is amazing. I think the cases are great, and I love the fact they're refillable. The Jimmy Choo and the Christian Dior, I think they're okay, but I hate the cases, to be honest. The Hermes, I've had this conversation like ad nauseum with all of you. I think the cases are really pretty, and I think the lipsticks are good. I don't think they're great, and the color story just hasn't been my color story. I don't know what to tell you. So I didn't mention today, and there are other brands that I'm sure you're like, well, what about? And I get that, but I had to stop it somewhere. There are other brands that I think you guys might be interested in, and you can let me know if you are. One of them is Carolina Herrera. Carolina Herrera has refillable lipsticks. The cases are very cool. They have different designs. They have like little rings on the top that you can attach like little tchotchkes to. I do have the Carolina Herrera pieces. I have different parts of her collection. Obviously there's Tom Ford and Dior and Chanel, but I feel like I talk about them all the time. Then there's Gucci, and I was gonna mention the Gucci line, but the thing is there are so many different types of Gucci lipsticks at this point. There are the mattes, there are the satins, there are those metallic formulas, there's the glitter formula, there are the new ones, which are the Karen something, I can't remember, which are like shiny glossy balms almost, which I absolutely love. I love that formula. So I just, you know, I didn't feel like getting into that because I was like, oh, you know, we're gonna go down that road. There's the Guerlain, the double G lipsticks that have the cases that open with the you know, mirror inside, which are gorgeous. The Yves Saint Laurents. There's so many. There's so many. But I felt like these were brands that people didn't really talk about very often. I think that they are definitely high-end uber luxury brands and have high price points, and they might be brands that people are interested in trying but don't want to spend the money because they are very expensive without getting a better take on what they're like, what the shades are like, what the formulas are like, what the cases are like. So I thought that this might be a helpful video. If there are other brands that you're interested in, I might have them already, wouldn't be shocked. Or if I don't have them, you know, I might be interested in picking them up if there are suggestions that you have out there. I have, you know, a lot of lipsticks, and like I said, Bond No. 9 is my favorite formula. I really do stand by that. I love the formula, and I love the shades in the nude collection that they have, and I wear them, and they're the ones that I wear more often than anything else. So for a lipstick, there are caveats to that, like the Lip Chics and the Lip Veils by Chantecaille. I love those, but those I see more as, you know, a lighter, shinier kind of thing, like the new Gucci formula or the Chanel Coco Blooms, that kind of thing. So I feel like lipstick, when I think of lipstick, I'm thinking of more opaque coverage than the, you know, the shiny kind of, not balms necessarily, but like shinier, sheerer types of lipsticks. I feel like that's a different category. So hopefully that was helpful today, guys. I'm sorry I didn't wear them all on my lips, but it wasn't up for that. But at least I showed you the swatches and so you could see different formulas. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Shoot me some messages. On IG is where it's easier for me to respond, but if you put questions in the description box, I'll do my best to get back to you with details. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.